Hello, everybody, and welcome back. Lars here, and today we're going to go ahead, we're going to dive in, and we're going to check out some footage. Now, this footage is courtesy of my wife, who she's been a little bit on and off about recording. I asked her to, because you can always get some great content if two people are, recording their battles, but she did record, and she had a killer match against a Registeel safe swap. And you're going to see this team in a second. It is Pelipper with Registeel and Galarian Stunfisk. Pretty common team. If you see a Pelipper and a Registeel, you know they're going to have Stunfisk in the back, so be ready for it. So, right off the bat, they switch to Registeel. So that means we are bringing out Metachamp. Now, they get an extra fast move off, and so we're going to get this Power Up Punch plus two extra fast moves. One punch, second punch, will sneak it in when they use their Zap Cannon. So remember that. It's super important. Now, if you're lagging a little bit and or just having some issues, then you might only get one punch off, which isn't that good. Really bad actually. But if maybe you're not using this team and it's like a Metacham versus Registeel right out the gate, then you'll get three fast moves off after that power up punch. Regardless, uh, when they safe swap and we swap in as well, they're going to get that extra move off. So you're only going to get power up punch plus two extra fast moves, and it's super important. That you understand that because it'll come in handy later. So we've gotten our first power up punch. We've thrown two extra fast moves, and now here comes the Zap Cannon. There it is. Well, here it comes. And now two things can happen. Number one, it breaks our attack, which there is a 65% chance that it will, which is better than, 100% chance that it used to be. So if it does break our attack, fear not. We can still beat it without having to use a shield. Um, if for some reason it doesn't break our attack and we get lucky, use Power Up Punch no matter what its IVs are, it will not get that second move off unless they shield. So we're going to use our second Power Up Punch. And now this is crucial. When we charge Power Up Punch again, if you see it charged and ready to go and you see incoming attack, you're going to have to shield. But like right there, you didn't see that power up punch fully charged for the third time. That means it's going to be a focus blast. And what does that mean? Well, if you're using a Metachamp with optimal IVs, focus blast should leave you with a sliver of health. And as long as you are, you're golden. Now, Galarian Stunfisk is in. My wife has two shields. This battle is pretty much over because the best it can do is get either three rock slides off or a rock slide and an earthquake, but we have two shields. And here's where, what she was doing was she didn't use her charge attack because she was saving it for Pelipper, trying to break its attack. Even though it will shield it, it still had a chance to break its attack, and which would make farming it down even easier. So they quit. That's that. But it was a great battle, and yeah, just an example of be aware. It's hard to count on Registeel sometimes, but you can always use that as an indicator. Your power up punch bar. So next battle, go ahead and 50-50 shot if Obstagoon throws that Night Slash. Sometimes they switch right out the gate. Sometimes they throw the Night Slash, which you just saw. But regardless, here's Frostlass. We're just going to farm it down. Uh, Avalanche coming our way. And then we say goodbye to Frostlass. And so Obstagoon's coming back in. Throw this Stone Edge, and then immediately quick switch to Metacham. There we go. And now it is Metacham versus Lantern. And if we both have two shields, don't even worry about timing it, nothing like that. Let the first one go. Let the first charge move hit you. Shield the next two, and by the time they get another one off, um, they'll be dead. And they realize that here in a second. There's just not a whole lot they can do when you have two shields. So Cavalry just decided to add this one at the last minute just because it is a rare Pokemon to see in Great League, but it's more common around Halloween. Right after Halloween, people get one with good IVs. But regardless, throw that Stone Edge, right? If they shield it, which they will 90% of the time, then go ahead and switch once they throw a Shadow Ball. If they don't shield it, leave Bastiodon in and let Bastiodon do its Bastiodon thing. But like you just saw, they shielded it, so we're switching to Victory Bell. Go ahead and say goodbye to Victory Bell now. And there we go. We are bringing in Bastiodon, and they are down to just 0 shields. So we're going to go ahead. Since we have 1 shield, their Lantern has 0. Use a Power Up Punch, like so. There's that, and then we're gonna go ahead and we're going to throw a Psychic. And at this point, it's pretty much over. They're either gonna have to use a charge move against Medicham or a charge move against Bastiodon, but they can't use both. So that's it. Medicham's down. We're gonna go ahead, throw the Stone Edge, and that's that. Into the battle. All right, next one. This is a Lantern lead. So Lantern, obviously, bad lead. They switched to Knocked Out. With Knocked Out, there are plenty of different ways to do this, to approach it. Um, I and my wife both like to throw Power Up Punch and then Psychic. Other people will do, uh, Psychic right out the gate. It just depends on what you feel like. But this way, it ensures that they burn a shield, which is super important. And now we're going to go ahead, farm this Knockdown down. They're going to get one more charge move off, and we're going to build up a charge move, have it ready to go. So here we go. I'm going to use this Stone Edge against Lantern, like so. And then here comes Victory Bell. They're bringing in a Lonely Ninetales, but it just can't compete. We still have some health left, which would be enough to do, to win. They quit. Next one, we're going to go ahead, switch to Victory Bell. They are bringing in their Bastiodon, which is totally fine. We get the attack break. Now, they're letting us farm them down just a little bit. They probably know that my wife has a Medicham in the back, so bring in Bastiodon, and we're just going to kill it with our fast move. They're going to get a few extra charge moves off, but the thing is, their attack is broken, so the damage is negligible. As you can see here, they get one more off, but it just doesn't do a whole lot. There we go. And that's that. So, Flamethrower right here. And then we're going to charge it up, do one more. Now, this person did a power-up punch, so they just depleted their charged energy, which probably wouldn't have. I probably would have just killed it with my fast move had I been them. But regardless, we're going to go ahead, use this power-up punch. Luckily, Salolan 9 doesn't have charm. Otherwise, we would have just quit. There's no reason to continue. But for now, there's that. Use those shields. We're going to need them. There's one, and then down before it can get another one off. So power-up punch right here. There we go. And then that is that. All right, let's go ahead and let's mosey on over. Now, Dragonair is super, super popular this season. My wife's seen a bunch. I've seen a bunch. I'm sure you guys have all seen a bunch. And how we do it, Stone Edge right here. And then Victory Bell's in. And they're going to go ahead. They're going to use a Body Slam and take care of Victory Bell. But the only person we need to worry about is Medicham. So make sure that you waste one of their shields and make sure Medicham is ready to go with full health. There we go. They're going to go ahead and they didn't try to bluff her. They just using Psychic. So use those shields. And they're not biting. So go ahead and use one more power-up punch. They're going to throw another Psychic here. There it is. Here comes a power-up punch. There we are. They do shield, but it's just too little too late. One last power-up punch. There we go. And now, I don't know why, here you'll see her use Psychic. I don't know what she was thinking, but, it works. Whatever. That's it. Let's go ahead and check out the next one, which is, I believe, the last battle. Now, she did what I've been doing, quick switch to Victory Bell, and there's two ways the opponent can play it with Skarmory. Number one way is to let Victory Bell farm it down so Bastion doesn't come in and lower its HP. But be warned, a lot of times they will just kill Victory Bell outright so that they can run down the clock and charge up their energy. This way, they quick switch to Swampert, Victory Bell comes out, or Medicham, whoever comes out to fight Swampert, and then of course Skarmory's in the back with charged energy, which can be a huge problem. That would mean that our last Pokemon, so Medicham, would have to come out, deal with two, Sky attacks, and then have to deal with a Walrein. It just probably wouldn't have worked for us. So be really wary of that. That's why you throw that Stone Edge, and just to make sure they're not going to do that. So first one, second Icicle Spear. We know it's an Icicle Spear. There's that, and it's over.